Hey, Sugarcube.
Hey.
I'm Lacey.
And I'm Autumn.
And welcome back to our podcast. Well, or welcome. This is our first episode.
Yeah, it feels very, surreal.
It does.
Because of how long we've been talking about it.
Literally. You guys, we have been talking about making a podcast for almost a year now, which...
If not more than a year. I thought it was pretty early pandemic when we had started originally.
Yeah. Fun fact about us is we used to share a bathroom. We still share one, but our old bathroom at our apartment was where the toilet and the tub and the shower were in one room. And then the two sinks, we had a double sink. It was outside of it. So in the mornings, we would just stand there and talk. And we were like, we just need to start a podcast.
Yeah, and we would listen to podcasts and pause it to give our own commentary. It was such a vibe. I miss that bathroom so much because we miss out on that time now.
Yeah, I miss that bathroom so much, especially because too it's just convenient to where it was like, oh, you want to shower? Cool. I can still do my makeup.
Yeah, and one of us wouldn't get ready in our rooms. We could just get ready together, and it was just always nice.
Yeah, it was so nice. I miss that apartment sometimes, not gonna lie.
I do not miss carrying groceries upstairs though.
No, we lived on the second floor, and if we were the type of people where it was one trip.
Yeah,
one trip. Nope. Not gonna go up those stairs twice. So I would carry everything on one arm, and then whoever got to the apartment door first would have to unlock it, and then whoever it was would prop it open with the trash can.
Yeah, funny story. Do you remember when we were carrying our groceries in, and I had a 12-pack of my Kroger's cream soda, and then I was trying to get to the door so you guys didn't have to hold it, and then the whole 12-pack just bust open. I only lost one can because I could not get it out from under this girl's car, and I was like, I hope her tire does not get fucked up, but I literally cannot get it. I could not get it, no matter what I did.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised, though, because I would have thought, all of them would have just cracked open.
They were a little unique after. They got
a little dent.
A little dent, but they tasted fine, so it was okay,
that's
nonetheless.
all that matters. That's so sad, though. I probably would have cried. It would have been that one thing, when you're having a rough day.
Oh my god, would it have been your 13th reason?
It would have. Yes! Oh my god. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I say that way too often.
See, I feel like I always forget about it, but anytime someone says it, I'm like, oh my god, you're so funny.
I just feel like it's a daily occurrence where something just is so little and annoying that I'm like, what if that was my 13th reason? What if that was my 13th reason? What if?
Literally. Yeah. The other morning, I was rushing around. Okay. It's 9 a.m. Rushing around. Finally, I get all of my stuff to go to class and, get in the car. And as I come into the kitchen to grab my lunch, my pant got stuck on one of the chairs.
Oh my, one of these chairs that we're sitting in?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
it
that's
got
so annoying.
Stuck. And Lauren goes, is it one of those mornings? And I was like,
that's our roommate, by the way. Lauren is our roommate.
Yes. We are roommates.
Yeah, we're roommates. Yeah. I guess we should put that out there. Yeah, so...
People might not know.
Yeah, so Lacey, Lauren, and I met our first semester of college because we had 3 classes together, a part of a bridge program that helps introduce, new people to our... freshmen to our school. And then we kind of became friends, and then Lacey and Lauren kind of became friends. And then we, were all 3... doing a group project together, and then by the spring semester, when we didn't have classes together anymore, we were meeting up once or twice a week to get breakfast.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we should just live together next year, and then we did.
Yeah.
And then
it's crazy.
Yeah, when we decided to continue living together, now we live with a 4th roommate, Mel, that Lacey knows.
Yeah, Mel was one of my childhood best friends, and we had always talked about living together, so then when I decided to live with you guys, I was like, no, I'm gonna live with them, and she was like, okay, it's cool, but then we were like, but next year, and what do you know, now we all live together in a house, 12 minutes from campus, but in the mornings, it takes forever to get there, because traffic.
Yeah, and it's actually crazy that we are living together a second year, because I was thinking about living with my boyfriend for a while. We were planning on getting an apartment for a while, but then we realized, not that we weren't ready to live with each other because he did live with us over the summer for like almost the entirety of it until his lease started. But we're like, we want to like live with roommates for another year or two, and then maybe we'll talk about it, just so like we can still hang out with our friends. We just both really liked that aspect of our apartments last year, so we just wanted to continue that.
Yeah.
So none of us were expecting to really stay together. Maybe you and Lauren, but it was like very surprising for all of us again.
Lauren and I were like, oh, we could just move in with Mel, but then it was like, well, where's a cheap 3-bedroom apartment, because we weren't considering houses. And then we were like, what about 4-bedroom? Maybe find another roommate. And then that's around the time where you were like, well, I was kind of thinking. And we were like, oh.
And that's when I became house hunt obsessed, and I was having mental breakdowns on the regular, and nothing was available.
Literally. Okay, keep in mind, Autumn was like the head of this. She was like trying her hardest to find us a place.
For literally at least 6 or 7 months.
And don't get me wrong, we are so thankful for Lauren. But Lauren was the one who ultimately found it.
Yeah, so literally she found the house. One search. Yeah, one search, had not tried, like, very much before that, just because everything she was sending us when she would look, I was like, I already looked at that one, and this, and this are wrong, and, like, it doesn't meet our criteria, just to make sure, like, all the basic stuff that we had all said we wanted. I wanted to make sure all that stuff is in there. And I really wanted a ranch style, like a single story, just because none of us would have wanted the upstairs. And we ran into that problem, but no one had listened to me before that, so whatever. So she found the house we're living in now with only a picture of the outside.
Yeah.
And I would have never considered a house with one picture.
No, especially because the picture that she did find
looked tiny.
It looked tiny and it looked shady. I remember being like, I don't know if I'm going to feel comfortable here. And then also, like, our parents, will they feel comfortable with us living here?
I wasn't so concerned about mine or your moms, because our moms are not too actively involved, but our other 2 roommates' parents are kind of, like, not sheltery, a little sheltery, but, like, they're much more concerned about us living in Indy. Like, I just think me and you, with our moms, we grew up, like, kind of having friendships with our moms rather than, like, parent-child relationships.
Very much Gilmore Girls, if you're familiar with the show.
So much Gilmore Girls, except, like, me and my mom are definitely, like, trashy Gilmore Girls.
You're the edgy ones.
No, like, me and my mom, like, literally, like, one of my best friends, like...
Yeah, I spilled tea with my mom.
Oh my god, me and my mom used to talk so much shit. Anybody that was friends with me in high school and ever got a ride home with me and my mom, like, you're welcome. Like,
for real.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my mom's so entertaining. I love just thinking about some of the stuff that she said to me, and I'm like,
I wonder what it's like for people who don't have, like, their mom's not a water sign. Because, like, water sign mothers, like, one, they're batshit crazy. Absolutely crazy, but they're hilarious.
And we both have double water signs.
Yeah, my mom is a double Cancer.
Mine's a double Pisces.
And it's a lot. Like, I think my mom's rising, though, is a fire sign. I don't remember which one. I was like, that makes so much sense. But my mom had 2 Leos. Like, God help her. Like, oh my god, dealing with us, it's a event, to say the least.
But kind of like, speaking of our background, today's episode is all about us. Like, our backgrounds, kind of some more information on us that we can tell you guys. Obviously, in future episodes, we're gonna go more in depth about certain things. But we thought for this first one that we could just tell you guys about us, like, basic stuff, and then also end it off with some fun questions and maybe a little serious one.
Yeah, we're gonna close off with a couple serious ones. I think it'll be super fun.
Yeah.
I actually don't think I've ever asked you I mean, kind of, but I've not really asked you the questions in this way. So I think it'd be interesting, considering how long, like, we've been friends, like, a couple of years, which to me is kind of long, because, like, besides my best friend now, who I've still only been best friends with for, like, 4 years, I don't have too many super long friendships. Like, I don't know. I'm just a very loyal person, and then when someone breaks that loyalty, it's, like, hard for me to get past that, you know?
Yeah.
You've seen that.
And for me, it was just, like, hard getting really close to someone, because I feel like, because I had one really close best friend from, like, 6th grade to the end of high school, but other than that, it was always, like little spurts of different friendships. where it was like we would be close.
Yeah.
2 months out of senior year, and then we wouldn't talk or something.
Oh, no, I get that for sure. Or, like, anyone I was becoming friends with had a best friend.
Yeah.
That's what happened with my current best friend. Oh, sorry. Not sorry. I took her.
Oh my god.
I didn't mean to. It's just she started gravitating towards me because it was a very much manipulative friendship. This is not my business. I'm not going to tell the story. But, like, that was the essence. And I had been in a lot of similar friendships as she had, and then we just loved how we treated each other, and to this day, we've never really had an argument, and that's never been something I've avoided. Like, in a friendship, I just feel like a lot of my friends would look for things that I didn't even realize, but, like, now, if something bothers either of us, we just tell each other how it is, like, we tell each other what's wrong, and then the other one's, like, doesn't normally notice that it was something that hurt the other one's feelings, and we just, like, apologize, and then we become more aware of it in the future. And I think that's how it should go. Like,
yeah, just mature friendships.
Yeah. Also, before we get in to the basic info about us, I think it's funny for me. I don't know if you have this experience, but almost every best friend I've ever had has been a Libra, and I'm just, like, drawn to Libra energy.
See, that's funny. So you have always had Libra friends, typically. For me, it's those fucking Scorpio moons.
Yeah,
Every best friend that I have had, or I guess I should say mostly Scorpio moons, but in general, water moon. Always. Yeah. Which I'm like, is it because my mom was a water moon or something? Is it something like that? But also, I was really close to another girl who had my same moon, which is Aries. We'll get into that, though.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
But yeah. So yeah, usually water moons.
Yeah, I feel like you know this about me. I'm so drawn to Scorpio rising specifically. You're a Scorpio rising. My best friend is a Scorpio rising. Like, if you scroll through my co-star, which I have because it's pleasing, not because it's the best astrology app. Do not come for me. But, like, almost half the list are Scorpio rising. Like, I love me a good Scorpio rising.
We're
and
cool.
that is, no, it's such an unpopular opinion. Like, I feel like people hate Scorpio risings, and I'm like, I'm here for it.
I'm like, shit, because I feel like my Scorpio rising is my defining.
But you don't even, I'm a Leo sun. Like, you cannot talk. People will not like us for literally no reason. They don't even get to know us at this point.
Yeah, they're just like, a Leo. Shit.
Okay, but me with Cancers. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
fair.
I know I'm, like, getting upset about that. I'm not genuinely hurt about it. I think it's funny. But I do it to Cancers. But it's been proven with Cancers in my, experience, except my mom. And I think that's why I always end up around Cancers, because I, like, love my mom.
Yeah.
So I, like, look past all the little stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to get into it?
Yeah. Before we get into it, we gotta take a little caffeine break because I am dying over here.
Oh my god.
I'm so thirsty. So...
do the honors.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Mine's already open, but...
I'm so excited.
That was so satisfying.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh my god, I hate ASMR. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Let's have you start.
Okay.
I'm excited.
So I think what we're going to do is do one then the other, or do you want to go back and forth on the same things? I feel like it might be fun to go back and forth.
Yeah, I agree. Especially for listeners, so they can get more familiar with our voices.
Yes. So this is Autumn talking. Like I said, I am a Leo. I'm an August baby. And I grew up with another Leo sibling. I have an older brother, and then I have an Aries half-brother that's older than both of us. So my Sagittarius father, hashtag daddy issues.
Daddy issues indeed.
Yes. So he had an Aries with one woman, and then 2 Leos. Like, why would he do that to someone? And then my half-brother has a younger sister who's not technically related to me, but I've always kind of thought of her as, like, a younger sister. But I'm the baby of the family, so.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, so I'm a January baby, except my birthday is literally January 31st, so half the people always think there's 30 days in January, and then they're like, oh yeah, it's your birthday. And I'm like, thanks. But I'm an Aquarius. We'll get more into our charts a little bit towards the end. But I'm an Aquarius. I wasn't really familiar with astrology though until like the beginning of college, but proud Aquarius. I grew up as an only child with my single Pisces mother. But it's funny because my mom's a water sign and my dad's a Sagittarius, so
Yeah,
it's
and then we both
similar.
kind of grew up with single moms. Like, my
Mhm.
daughter was around until I was like 11 or so,
Yeah.
but like it was my mom raising us the whole time.
Yeah, my dad was kind of, they were never together after I was a baby. They broke up pretty soon after I was born. And then my dad was kind of in and out of my life when usually he would be around when he had a girlfriend. So, yeah. Trying to flex that he's a good dad, but
No.
No.
If you have a Sagittarius father, I would personally like to say I'm sorry. I feel your hurt. Like, I don't know a single Sagittarius father. I'm sorry if you have a Sagittarius father and he's amazing. Good for you. I'm jealous. But, like, too many people I know who have Sagittarius fathers, they're complete trash. Complete trash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, yeah, but now I don't talk to my dad. I don't really have a relationship with him, which, unpopular opinion, I think. A lot of people think that since I don't talk to my dad that I think it's a bad thing or feel bad about it, but honestly, it doesn't really bother me. I don't really think too much of it until I think about little things like we've talked about this, but like when I get married, I'm like, I'm gonna walk down the aisle alone. And that's like kind of a weird thought for me, but also I don't really care that much.
Yeah, we've talked about this, especially because my dad passed away when I was younger after our falling out. Like a couple years later, he had passed. And I've never necessarily wanted to get married, at least not since my first serious relationship, where I kind of was thinking about it. But over the past few years, I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't think I do. And now I'm like, maybe I do. I don't know. But like, even like when he passed, like it was hard because we were kind of like we had resolved our issues, and like I wasn't mad at him. I wasn't holding anything back anymore. But I was like, I think part of the reason I didn't want to get married for so long is because it's going to be so hard not walking with him, because I grew up daddy's little girl. Like, I didn't always have issues with him. Like, I had a very good relationship with him for most of my childhood. And then things just switched up more later, you know. We'll have a whole episode about daddy issues. Like, maybe for Father's Day.
Holy shit. Happy Father's Day to our dads.
Oh my god, and we're gonna do one for Mother's Day and be like, oh my god, we love our moms. Maybe we'll have like them on or something. That would be so cute.
Oh my god. My mom would be so awkward and your mom would be so funny.
My mom would not hold back. Like, my mom is the reason I have zero filter, and I love her. I love it so much. Yeah, but no, most of the reason I would like cry after my dad had passed, because like I was like, I'm gonna miss him. But I think my mom is gonna walk me. That's what my aunt had my grandma walk her, and I just like feel like it wouldn't be right. I used to think that I would have one of my brothers do it, but then I'm like, no, it just wouldn't feel right to not have my mom do it for me. But I respect that you want to walk alone. Like, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I definitely do. My mom always suggested my grandpa. But I don't know. I feel like traditionally it is a father-daughter thing. So, and since I don't have my dad around, I'm just like, I'm just doing me. Yeah. But I'm also like, having your mom do it or something.
I actually have a question in regards to this. I don't remember if we talked about this, but like as far as like, so there's always like a father-daughter dance. Are you planning to do something like in place of that, or just like not have it? Like,
holy shit, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I probably just wouldn't have it. I would still let whoever I marry have the dance with their mother. But yeah, I probably just wouldn't have it.
Yeah. So when my aunt got married, so my grandpa passed away when me and my brother were like babies, and she didn't know, but it was like probably the things I cried the most about in my entire life, because I'm not much of a crier, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother surprised her
Oh.
with like a dance with him, because he is the only male in my immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
So like of my mom's family, like I'm not talking about my half brother, but like my mom's family is just my brother, and then the rest of us are women. Then we have like extended family, obviously, but yeah, and it made everyone very emotional. It was like very emotional, like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's amazing though. And plus, since it's a surprise, it's like it's more special.
Yeah, and like her husband. So now he's in the her husband is now obviously in the immediate family, and like he was around. They dated a lot before I was born, but they broke up, and then like a month or two after I was born, I guess he was around for a little while even after that. But I didn't know him until I was like 16 or 17. Like I couldn't remember him at least, and now they're married, so it's like a very surreal feeling that everyone just like knows him. Like, I'm just like I'm still getting to know him.
Yeah. Aww. That's special though, like finding your way back to someone.
Yeah, I think they both had to take those, however, like it would have been like 14, 15, 16 years. Like, wow.
That's some movie shit. Damn.
Yeah, no, it really is. Like, oh my god, my aunt is such a whore for Hallmark, and I just like can't.
My mom be like.
No, my mom too, because of my aunt though. Some of them be real good, and like, you know, some of them are really bad, but some of them are so good.
Some of them, you're just like, okay, wait. Yes.
Yeah. Only around Christmas time can I deal with them, is what I will say. They'll watch it year-round, but I can only do Christmas.
I can only really watch the ones that are Christmassy, but ones that I watched when I was younger, so I have, like, that memory.
Yeah, my favorite Christmas movie, I think it was Hallmark. If not, it just gives me Hallmark energy. Did you ever see A Christmas Kiss? It was like this girl worked backstage in theater, and she was trying to be an interior designer, and then she like kissed her boss's boyfriend / future fiance in a falling elevator, and then she met him the next day. Like she didn't know it was him. It's so good. And then they like fall in love. It's like a whole thing.
Oh my god.
No, it's so good. We
I'm
have
like,
to watch it.
Wait.
Oh my god, we never watched that one with Bonnie from the Vampire Diaries last year.
Yeah.
My mom loved that
and
one.
And now Nina's gonna be in one.
I'm so excited.
Double date night?
Double date night.
Yeah.
1,000.
Facts.
We still need to watch Titanic. We have so much that we have not done. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm ready. Like, I love Halloween. Like, I love Halloween, but I'm so ready for like Christmas season.
Yeah, I'm all ready. It's October 17th, and I'm already kind of like, man, Christmas season. Especially because I was talking today about like some of the gifts that I want to buy, and I'm just so excited.
I am so jealous of like air and earth signs. I feel like they're such good gift givers, and I'm just like not. Like, I try so hard. And, like, I remember small stuff about people.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's hard for me to, like, get gifts.
Yeah, it's not even my love language. And I don't know. For me, it just depends on the person.
Yeah, like, for you, you're so easy to shop for because we're so similar. And I just, like, see something, I'm like, oh my god, that's so Lacey.
Yes.
But then with, like, other people, when I do that, like, I can do that with other people, but I was like, is this, like, a cliche present? Mm-hmm. Is this, like, I don't even know anything about you, except, like, you know how, like, your family finds out, like, one thing about you, and then everyone gets you that? Like, I love sunflowers, so everyone gives me sunflower things. Or, like, a couple years ago, I was, like, really into owls or something, like when I was younger, and they got me everything like owl themed. I feel like that. Like,
yeah, my thing, One Direction. That's what people would do with me. Anything One Direction.
When I was young, like right before they got big, I wasn't into them, and then they got popular, and so obviously I didn't like them. You know how I am. But my mom bought me so much One Direction stuff, and I felt so bad. Like I
want it.
Oh my god, I probably still have a t-shirt somewhere, like the white one.
I lost mine.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is sad because it was really big on me when I was younger. And so, of course, I would, like, get a ponytail holder and, like, tie it. But now I'm like, I would wear that with, like, leggings and then, like, a jean jacket. Come on.
Just so you guys know, for those of you wondering, we were both Nile girls.
Yes. Yeah. Until I got a little bit older. Because I was into them for a period of time. Hardcore. Nile girl, love. Then I got out of them, and then right after they released their last album, I got back into them because of their song Perfect, and I was like, Harry fucking Styles. Yes. Except now it's kind of weird because I'm not even attracted to him. I just like him as a person.
No, I definitely agree. And I'm like, I don't think I felt that way until we would like talk about it. And like, I see what you mean though.
Yeah, I'm like, Harry gives me friend vibes.
Yeah, so the rest of
Which I'm like, that's probably bold for me to say because I'm, you know, a 20-year-old from Indiana. And
but
I'm like,
also, you're both Aquariuses. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just like, I've seen it. Like,
yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I'm lying. I think it would be interesting to see it. So if you're an Aquarius dating an Aquarius, let me know how that's going.
That sounds very strange. Would that relationship have emotion?
My Aquarius moon, like 2 years ago, would have lived to date an Aquarius. Oh my god. I would have been so happy. I'd be like, no emotions.
None.
But
okay, but tell me a little more about you.
Yeah, okay. So I grew up in Ohio. I lived in a town called Harrison. It's kind of around Cincinnati, but it's like right on the border. Like I always say, I could spit and be in Indiana. Like that's how close my house is. Like that's how I like describe it to people. So now we live in Indy, obviously, right outside of downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And you grew up in Indiana, though.
Yeah. So I grew up in Huntington, which is like a fairly small town, but also it has like a good amount of stores like Walmart, Kroger, basic stores like that, but we don't have Target or Meijer, so it's like pretty small. It's a college town.
Yeah.
So a lot of it, most of it is either college town kids or families that have lived there and just had children years and years. So yeah, but grew up in Huntington. It's a pretty religious town, but I'm not super religious, so
there is like in my hometown, I swear there's like a church on every corner. And I grew up very religious. It was like my own doing. My mom's not. She grew up Catholic. Did not want to raise me Catholic, but I went to Christian church until I went to church camp the summer before my freshman year. And then I went to like one more like church youth group in the morning. And then I never went again. It's just like I realized how bad it was actually affecting my mental health. And I love hearing about other people's religions. I'm just like not religious myself.
Yeah, I always say I'm not religious. I'm a spiritual person. Yes. Not to be that bitch, but I'm more spiritual. I always grew up with pretty religious friends. Except one of my best friends growing up was an atheist, but she was raised Catholic. She was raised Catholic, and then when we were in middle school, she became an atheist. And I remember when I was younger, I was like, I don't understand. And now that I'm older, I'm like, okay, like, I get questioning and everything. But as for my family, all of my family, minus my mom, super religious. Yeah. Especially my grandma. She was always very religious. And then after her and my grandpa separated, I feel like when he remarried, he got more religious too. Yeah. But they were always fairly religious. But my mom, she's a believer, but she doesn't
it's very casual. You know?
Yeah, she just does her own thing.
Yeah. So I was actually the most religious person in my family for like years, and my aunt finally had started going to church while I would be at church. And like she would go to the main session, I would go to the youth session. It was still very preachy, but it wasn't like all the songs. It was like different. Yeah. It was a different vibe. Yeah. But now she is super religious, and she like would get very upset. Like we got baptized together. It was a very special moment for us. It was like I was very in the middle of my relationship with God at the time. Obviously that has changed, but I see the appeal. Like, and like I respect people's beliefs, like no matter what.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if it's hard. But what I will say, in my hometown, it's so funny. So we have a K through 8 school district, or not district, it's just school. It's Catholic school. And then they like will transfer to either one of the Catholic high schools, or like they'll transfer to public school. Every single one that I know that transferred to my high school, my public high school, is gay now.
Oh my god.
And I think it's hilarious.
Oh my
It's
god.
iconic, actually.
See, we had the K through 8th Catholic school, but then they would come to our main high school. We only had one high school.
Mm-hmm. What was your graduating class?
310.
Okay. So yours sounds a little bit bigger than mine. Mine was like 250, 260, but mine's like growing a lot. Like they're building a lot of new places.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I don't even recognize like anyone in this town anymore.
Yeah.
Like I worked at a restaurant in town that people like would frequently go to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name because I'll probably talk crap about it in the future. It's a pretty big company, and I'm not trying to get attacked.
I worked at a chain restaurant, fast food. So
mine wasn't fast food.
Yeah,
but
mine was fast
restaurant.
food. Maybe I can spill some tea later on.
Oh my god.
I got some funny stories from there. It was fun.
Anyway, back to high school. What did you think you were gonna like be doing? Like after, like when you went to college and everything, what did you think you would do?
So the plan was graduate, go to college in Indy as a journalism major, and then I wanted to work for a magazine. I personally, people shit on it, but I love pop culture. I would love to write articles online about different pop culture related stuff, just work with the media. Like, that's what I wanted to do. But we both had this horrible journalism professor freshman year, and it was so bad to where I was like, I'm switching my major because this is not what I want to do.
You switched it so fast.
I did. So originally I switched to English, and I wasn't really sure. Part of me was like, oh, I'll be a teacher. Then I was like, oh, I'll be a writer or work for like a book company or something. Then I was like, I don't know. So I switched to communications because I enjoy my comm classes and I feel like I can do like a wide variety of things and I don't have to feel tied down. So that's what I transitioned to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I think like talking about both of like where we were and like where we are now is like so funny. So from like age 3 till 8th grade, I thought I was gonna be a lawyer. Like I was so convinced I was gonna go to law school, and I would be such a good lawyer. Let me just say, I would. I would kick ass in law school. Like I would have, but like it would just like get me too emotional, get me angry. Anyway, but then like when I was in high school, originally I was like my first couple years, I was like, oh, I could be a math teacher because I love math. I really do. I cannot stand children.
Yeah.
Like, and I could have done high school, but I'm not trying to break up any fights. Like, I see how, like, crappy they're treated. And my best friend is an education major, and I'm, like, so proud of her. I just don't have the patience.
Yes. Yeah. I cannot. I can't believe that I wanted to be a teacher for young children because I don't have patience. If anything, I would have wanted to be, like, a life science type teacher, like, whether it's child development or some life-oriented class in high school. For sure. Because then you're open for discussion, but anything else, I'm like...
But would you be open for discussion with how little public schools let you, like, say things? In private schools, I'm sure it's, like, even more restricted, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Yeah. Fair point.
Anyway, then my sophomore year, I was in chemistry, and I was doing so well. I loved it. So I was like, I'm going to be a chemist. I was like, I could wear... in like skincare and makeup, I could do other things, whatnot. And I was like, let me just take AP Chemistry. Let me just take it. I just need to be sure.
Oh, thank God I did it.
Oh my God. For those of you who used to join a Discord with me and helped me, so it wasn't like I was struggling super hard. Like I still got like a really good grade and we had a really hard teacher. But it was like I would study with a group of 2 people normally, 3 occasionally, 3 more people occasionally. But, like, one of us would understand the topic, and it would, like, rotate, like, kind of, like, we would understand different things. So we're like, damn, if we could take, like, the test together, like, we'd get a 5.
Yeah.
You know? So I wish we could, but that helped me be like, no, I don't want to do that. And then I just didn't know, and then I had kind of figured out our school was my top choice. Like, that's an unpopular opinion. I feel like our school is a lot of people's fallback.
Yeah.
For some reason, and then
Agreed.
once you start going, like, you realize what a great school it actually is and how affordable it is, and that was really important to me. So I literally just went on, I can say the school name, you know. I just went on the IUPUI's website and started, like, scrolling through the majors, and I found anthropology, which is the study of, like, humans and, like, all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm obsessed with that.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought I'd be, like, a social science, humanities major. I've always been a math science kid. And then our first semester, the same semester we had this horrible journalism professor. We had the most amazing communications, like, professor, and now we've taken, like, pretty much all of his classes.
Yeah. I'm actually in a class with him right now.
I'm so jealous.
Just finished a paper, turned it in, so proud of it. Fun fact, the paper was about the Bachelor. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. The paper we wrote together is still, like, my favorite thing we've ever written. And we got nominated, you guys. We didn't win an award, but we got nominated.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was a really good paper. It was about Black Mirror.
Yeah, like, it was an analysis of Black Mirror, and then we talked about, like, the
communication
theories. It was so good for no reason. And, like, we didn't even edit it, you guys. Like, he was like, oh my god, whoever edited this, you should, like, pat yourself on the back. I was like, no, Lacey just started the paper, sent it to me, and then I was like, okay, and I just continued it kind of in how she was writing it, and I wrote my section, and we're like, it looks good.
I love
like,
that.
The day before it was due.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this was also when we got sent home for COVID.
Yeah.
And we did it completely without, like, even meeting up and doing...
Yeah.
I think we FaceTimed once just to talk about it, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's insane. Eventually, I added on my human resource management certificate, but if I'm being honest, because I'm taking most of my classes over COVID, don't really know that much about it. I would not apply for any jobs. Also, it was just kind of boring, but I feel like a lot of people in my two majors end up there, so I wanted to, like, have a little experience, but
yeah,
not interested. Like, now I would, like, love to work in, like, social media, eating disorder, like, research, like, we talked about that. I want to be either an academic advisor or a professor for a few years, because I have such that energy. I feel like I'd be so helpful. I'm so organized. I
also like feeling like I'm helping people, and making an impact. So I feel like it would be so fun to be an advisor and just help them.
Yeah, and, like, I'm always like, so you know how I feel about my advisor. I'm like, oh my god, she's such a saint, she's so amazing. But my friends in my major who also have her, like, swear she's like the devil. And, like, she never responds to emails, which I don't have nothing they say I relate to. Like, I've never had a bad experience with her until recently. She hasn't returned one of my emails, but I think she's on vacation. So I don't know, but I'm just like,
some advisors just suck.
Yeah,
seriously. I emailed one advisor because he's, like, the head of doing something that I'm not going to go into. But basically, email back and forth for a while. He asks me a question. I reply with all of the information. He doesn't reply for a couple weeks.
Oh my god.
I send a follow-up. He still hasn't replied.
Still?
Still.
Oh my god.
And he's the person that, like, I have to go to. So I'm like...
Wait, do we actually have to do that? I thought, like, I couldn't find anywhere to actually make an appointment for that, if we're talking about the same thing.
I don't know if we are.
I don't think we are. But if we are, I'm just not doing it. Like,
we'll see. I'll spill the tea after.
We'll talk after.
Yeah. We can't say that name on here.
To be fair, the professor that we really like follows our podcast and everything, and we're, like, friends with him on social media, so I don't want to say too much about his colleagues or anything.
Yeah,
like, we ain't trying to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah, we're like
but moving on more to, like, personal life, like, you wanna talk about your boyfriend?
Of course I do. So I have been with my boyfriend for almost 8 months now.
Oh my god, it's gone so fast.
I know. Okay, that's weird though, because at first I remember celebrating our 1 month and we would be like, it feels like it's been so long. And now we're like, it's almost a year.
You guys got comfortable really fast, and it was, like, so, like, adorable.
Yeah, so my boyfriend's name is Cross. He's a Libra. He's a triplet. Fun fact, he has awesome siblings. Amazing parents. So yeah, he's a cutie. And honestly, we have that relationship where he is my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's that type of relationship. He's just, I can tell him anything. And he also came into my life
When you needed him.
Yes. A really, like, dark time, but also a very, like, transitional time for me. That's, like, when
That's where you had your big change. Like, that was visible to everyone.
Yeah, it was my movie moment.
Yeah.
Because I cut my hair. I got bangs. I started dressing differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was my movie moment. And then, yeah, we really click.
If you're into tarot, I would call that, like, a tower moment. It's, like, something, like, a big change in your life.
Yeah.
And it, like, is...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. Because I downloaded this astrology app called The Pattern.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of it. But basically, it tells you, like, where you are at certain points in your life. And I looked back, I filled in all my information, and it said that one of my biggest transitional times, or, like, biggest peak moment or something, like a time of change, was January to February 2021.
Yeah.
And that's when all this shit happened.
Oh my God. It was so, like, hard because, like, a lot of the stuff happened when we were on a winter break. And so we weren't seeing each other.
Yeah.
So, like, oh my God. You know exactly the moment I'm talking about, like, when you called me.
Yeah.
And I was at the coffee shop. It was
Yeah.
just, like, it was a lot.
Yeah. Basically, I'll give you guys a little rundown.
A little tea.
Well, this would be fun to talk about in, like, a relationship episode.
Yeah,
but
just
basic
make him
rundown.
talk about it, though.
Oh my God.
No, I would not do that to Cross.
Yeah.
His poor soul.
But basically, I was in this situationship.
Yeah. That's exactly what I would call it. A
situationship. Very, honestly, like, a very traumatic experience for me. And this ending happened over winter break, and then shortly after is when Cross and I actually started talking, but we were just friends at first. Yeah, it wasn't like a rebound. Like, yeah.
No, and honestly, you guys make so much more sense, and it's just like, he cares about you so much, and, like, it's so evident, and I'm so happy for you, and I'm happy I got to see it.
I know, that's the cool thing, is you got to see me fall in love.
And you got to see me fall in love.
I'm so giddy right now, oh my God.
Oh my God. So, I'm going to talk about my boyfriend a little bit.
These men.
Yeah, my boyfriend, his name is Jalen. He's a Scorpio, which is, like, very interesting. I've never dated a Scorpio. I've never been drawn to Scorpio.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about Scorpios and Leos, communication is not our strong suit. So we had, like, a pretty rocky start, but we were best friends. Everything was fine. And then when we started talking, like, in a more romantic way, that's when the communication was kind of a problem. But, like, we just cared about each other so much and, like, got through everything. We met at our college orientations. So even before I met you. But I didn't know, like, how I felt about him until we were already kind of being friends. So, like, you would, like, wait for me in, like, our second class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And you'd be like, okay, I'm waiting for the rundown. And I would catch you up.
I had to live through autumn because at this point in my life, I had no love life at all.
Well, and I needed you because we were in a big friend group, but we didn't want it to be, like, this big thing. We didn't want people to know because we had both just gotten out of, like, pretty serious relationships. I was with my boyfriend before him for, like, 14, 15 months. And then he was with his girlfriend before me for, like, almost 4 years.
Yeah.
So it was, like, a lot. Also, fun fact, I'm not, like, normally around, like, a year, relationships end for me. So it's, like, and that kind of happened with me and him. We had, like, a rough patch for a few months where we weren't really together, but we really weren't seeing anyone else. But, like, we were still kind of seeing each other. It was complicated. It was complicated. And y'all would be tracking me. Like, just let me go be a little toxic, okay? And, like, anyone who knows me knows I don't believe in getting back with exes. So if I was not, like, in love with him, I would not. And I've also not said that I love someone since my freshman year of high school. And I think that's when my best friend knew I was super serious about my current boyfriend.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. It makes me happy because I always was like, I like Jalen. Like, I just, like,
You guys.
I always stood for this man. Okay. Also, fun fact, shout out to Jalen because he did our intro music.
Oh my god, no, I'm so happy with how it turned out.
Yeah.
Like, and we weren't even planning a jingle, and then literally last night, the night before we were recording this, we were like hearing the music, and we were like, "This is the music," and we're like, "We want a jingle."
It's so cute.
And then I came up with the verses. We came up with the verses together, and then we were like, "No, we want it to be more like this," and then like. We both like elaborated on it, and then I like had a melody in mind.
Yeah, and out of us two, Autumn is a singer. I was not a choir kid.
I was a choir kid, but I was like the choir kid that helped everyone like learn it and do better. But like I was not a soloist. I'm not great, and so please don't come for my singing, because if we would have had time, we probably would have asked one of my friends who are like in music to sing it. But we didn't realize we were gonna do it. I'm actually pretty okay with how it turned out. I hate my voice, but
Queen, I love it.
We're gonna deal with it. So please be friendly. I'm aware I am not a singer.
But thank you, Jalen. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm obsessed with how it turned out. I think it's so
I thought you were gonna say I'm obsessed with Jalen.
Jalen's obsessed with me. No, our boys are so obsessed with us, and it's hilarious.
They're so cute.
No, they're adorable.
Aww.
And like, I don't think there's like most nights we're always with them. Like, we don't really like sleep apart very often. Like either of the couples.
Yeah. My boyfriend, I live near his school, so it's funny because his house is like right down the road, because obviously like he lives close to his school. Mm-hmm. We live here because it's cheaper.
Yeah, because
and it just like, it was crazy because he was gonna look at one house and then he got a call from the landlord and they were like, yeah, I don't think you'll get this one, but there's this one on this street. And he was like, that's your street. And I was like, yes, it is. So yeah, we're together a lot.
Yeah. And my boyfriend still lives by our school, so it's about like a 15-minute drive, but like I stay there a lot. I work a lot at 8 a.m. downtown, or like at our school. So I have to be there. So it's just like nice and easy, and then we get to spend more time together. Which is nice because we were living together for a majority of the summer until they started their lease, or when I went on vacation, I guess. Because he moved out while I was on vacation with my best friend. So it's nice because, like, something I feel like I struggle a lot with in relationships, because my love language is quality time. You know that. Mm-hmm. So just, like, getting in too much of a routine is really hard for me. Yeah. And I think for a while that was our problem. And, like, we're finally getting out of that rut. We're figuring things. We've been really good for a while, but, like, the past, like, couple months have just been, like, amazing. Like, some of the best months ever. Like, yesterday was just like the best thing. We carved pumpkins. Yeah. It was so fun.
Yeah. Today, Cross and I, we woke up, got ready together. That's one of my favorite things, and he knows that. So sometimes he'll be like, let's do the night at your house and we can get ready together in the morning. Oh, I love it. But we went out to a new coffee place, and then we went for lunch. And then we went to, like, a couple of shops, and it's just, like, those little things where you're like, yes. And another thing about me is that I have dealt with an eating disorder before, and so it can be scary for me to try new places, but he makes it feel like a safe thing. Yeah. And I feel like he definitely helps me get, like, the strength to, like, go out and, like, do things like that and experience new foods, new restaurants. So.
Yeah, and he makes it in, like, a comfortable way. Yeah. Like, he knows you need notice, and, like, you need to feel completely comfortable, otherwise, like, you just will not have a good time. And, like, I love, like, how much he, like, makes sure you're fine. Even, like, when you'll go, like, visit him and his family, like, in his hometown, like, even there, he makes sure. And, like, I just love that for you.
Yeah. Okay, just a little tidbit before we move on is, so I made this thing for his birthday, because he's a Libra, so his birthday was pretty recent, and I made this, like, little card where it was like, oh, pick what time we wake up, what movie, and then I gave him 3 dinner options, and this boy looks at the paper, and the first thing he asks me is, are you comfortable with these?
Oh my god.
I'm
He's
gonna
so
cry.
precious.
Like, it's just the little things. So, do not settle.
Don't settle.
Don't settle. I learned that, I was gonna say the hard way, but now I'm happy, so it's fine.
It was rough.
We made it here. It's okay.
And then, like, I feel like it's kind of, like, funny to me because, like, you're, like, I think you are doing so well in your relationship because it is so easy. But the problems with, like, all of my past ones they were too easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, aside from the one girl I saw, all the guys I dated, like, were more into me.
Mm-hmm.
And they would, like, do anything. They would apologize even when I was wrong. And I think it's causing me problems, like, now that I'm with someone who, like, isn't like that. But, like, I prefer that because, like, I like to be, like, challenged. Like, I don't want it to be like that. Like, as annoying as it can be in the moment, like, I'm happy for those challenges. You know, it feels so much more real, and it really tests my feelings. And, like, now, like, I can, like, say I'm, like, sure about how I feel.
Yeah.
Everything, you know?
And see, I was always in these relationships where I was the person putting in so much effort for someone who did not deserve it.
Honestly, you were.
3 times. 3 times. Only 3 different ones, but 3 times I did it. So it was really hard at first with Cross, though, because he was giving me this effort that I never had, and he still gives it. And that's so strange.
Yeah, he's never stopped giving it.
Yeah. Aww.
I love that.
Shout out to Cross.
He was great. He's amazing. He joined us for Bachelor Nights, and it's, like, so funny, like, watching his face.
And then halfway through, he's just like, there's another hour.
Oh my god, the 3-hour episode of BIP, we were all dying.
I
wanted to terrible. I wanted to cry.
Literally, though, today at the restaurant, he goes, so the Bachelorette starts Tuesday, doesn't it? And I was like, yeah, you remembered. And then I was like, are you gonna watch it? And he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So excited.
My boyfriend will not be joining us because, like, he just, like, he gets so frustrated because he is, like, serial monogamous. Like, yeah.
It's a hard show to comprehend.
Yeah, like, he just doesn't comprehend because he's like, when I have feelings for one person, I can't like other people. So, like, he can't understand how someone can date that many people. So, like, I completely get that.
Yeah, it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea.
It was not my cup of tea. Like, I got into it. Like, I liked it, but then I would always stop watching a few episodes in, and then we started watching it together. And girl, when I say I sleuth, like, I'd be looking at who likes each other's Instagrams. I'd be texting. Oh, yes. Oh my god. I'd be
spilling the tea.
My Capricorn rising has no chill.
Speaking of Capricorn rising, let's talk about our big 3.
I feel like we've already said most of it, but we'll lay it out there so it's all in one.
I say we should say our big 3 and then our Venus, because I like knowing
oh my god,
Venuses.
Why do you hate me? You know my Venus is my least favorite place.
It's not your flex.
It's not my flex. Okay, you go first.
Okay, so I'm an Aquarius sun, I have an Aries moon, and I'm a Scorpio rising, so I have air, fire, and water in me, no earth, which makes sense because I'm typically always running behind.
That's so true.
Always. I used to be really good about it, but this year, no. And then I'm a Pisces Venus, which I feel like makes a lot of sense because I am a words of affirmation and physical touch love language. So,
yeah. Hit the table. So I'm a Leo sun, an Aquarius moon, and a Capricorn rising. So I'm fire, air, and earth. Makes sense. I don't show my emotions that often, so it makes sense that there's no water. But then my Venus is in Cancer, which for anyone who knows me, I hate Cancer placements.
Isn't that the ruler of your chart?
No, my ruler of my chart is my Gemini Saturn, which makes so much sense. Like, you don't even know how much sense it makes.
My ruler is my Scorpio.
Rising.
Yeah.
Makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like, the more I know you, the more it makes sense.
I know.
It's so funny.
The more I learn about astrology, the more I'm like,
you're welcome, by the way. for being so obsessed with it.
I didn't even know my big 3 until last year because of you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks.
It's a lifestyle. It really
It
is.
is.
So sorry for you guys who don't like it. We will probably reference it a lot, but that's just like, you don't have to like it. We like it.
So. You never know. Maybe you'll learn something from us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of big 3 and stuff, what's your personality type?
Okay, so I have a funny story about this, actually.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I always take 16 personalities, just so we're clear. So there's an extra letter on there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to know yours when we talk about it. But I am an ENFJT, which is funny because my friend Clara from my major had me take it our first semester. But our first semester at college, I was the opposite. So, like, I was like, what is it?
Is it an A instead?
The last letter was an A instead. But, like, besides extrovert, all the other letters were the opposite, too. So,
oh my God.
Besides being an extrovert, apparently, like, it's completely switched for me. And I think that's so weird.
Okay, that's kind of funny because I'm an INFJ, which I stand by that. I'm like, it makes sense.
Oh my God, we're the same, but I'm extroverted and you're introverted.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about when we were doing it.
I didn't notice that at all.
Also, Cross is an INTJ, which I'm like makes sense because I have the feeling and he has the thinking.
I want to say no. Jalen's the same way. He has
the
T instead. Yeah, and I have the J. That's so funny.
But yeah. But what I was gonna say is that it's funny that you're switched because senior year, I would say, was probably like my best year of like. I became very extroverted that year.
Mm-hmm.
I became very much myself. I was doing a lot. I had a lot of new friends that year. And I had a psychology class, AP Psych. Terrible class.
Oh my God, AP Psych was a mess. It was a mess.
Yeah. Well, mine was taught by the basketball coach.
Mine was taught by the wrestling coach, and oh my God.
But when I took the test that year, I got ENFJ.
Wow.
Yeah. And then after senior year, I came to college, knew no one, so my introvertedness came back. I'm an introvert.
Yeah, but when you're around people, you know that kind of introvert thing once you're comfortable and everything, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Now, like, okay, so what's your Enneagram / how do you feel about Enneagram?
Okay, so I've just been diving into Enneagrams lately. I listened to a podcast and I did some like research. So I'm a type 2, which means I am the helper. So a lot of my focus is like kind of like making sure that I meet the needs of other people, and like one of my biggest fears is like not being wanted. If you go on the Enneagram Institute website, they give you a lot of information. It's easier to understand everything. So if you are curious, you can also take your test on there. Shout out to the website.
Oh, maybe I should retake mine on that because, okay, so in preparation for this, I retook it on a couple of websites. And I'm going to go ahead and say I'm a type 8 because I feel like it fits the most, but I received 3 or 4 other types. I got like 1, 3, and 6. And like very heavily those.
I got 6 too for a wing.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So I'm a type 8. And then my friend Clara, who is also into Myers-Briggs, she's into Enneagram a lot. So like how I am with astrology, she's into those like that. Probably Myers-Briggs the most. But she asked me what my wing was. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And I took a quiz. And it gave me type 8, but 7 and 9 were my least out of everything. Like 8 was my most, and 7 and 9 were my least. So I wouldn't say either of them were my wing, you know? Like I didn't relate to either of them. It's so weird to me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
My mom's a 9, which is the peacemaker.
Oh yeah, I would never be. 8 is the challenger.
That's why
I would never
like,
be 9.
It makes sense to me that my mom's a 9. And you're not. Like, it just makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. 1,000%.
Yeah. But I just... And it's so interesting for me because I feel like a lot of this stuff, like astrology, personality types, and Enneagrams, like, it's so hard for me not to believe in it because all of it just feels like it wraps around each other in a way.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, with my Venus being in Pisces, and then I'm this like words of affirmation, and then I'm also an INFJ, so I feel, and then like I'm a type 2 because I want to meet the needs of other people and like make them feel loved. Like, it just makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I feel like we both have that like kind of universal feeling that everything is kind of interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how I feel, at least.
This is what we mean when we say we're spiritual people.
Yeah, like, I really, like, I don't know that there's a God out there. There could be, like, I'm not saying that there's not, but there is some way that the universe is working and making everything happen the way it is happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll definitely, I think that with some of these topics, we'll dive into
and
further.
Honestly, since we've known each other, our views have like changed so much. I think at one point we both were like, yeah, we're just agnostic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think we both very much connect with that like spiritual feeling.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We do that a lot. Sometimes we'll walk out in the morning and realize we're wearing essentially the same top or like the same outfit, and it's so funny.
And I feel like on days when I decide to wear like more jewelry is the day where you're wearing more jewelry. It is
my chunky layered necklaces.
Yes, I love them.
Before we get into our questions though, I just want to say I'm a Slytherin.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
And it's so accurate.
Yep, it's so accurate. I think it's interesting too because I'm not sure about our fourth roommate, but our roommate Lauren is a Hufflepuff.
Oh, she's such a Hufflepuff.
So I think it's neat that we're all different.
Yeah.
Mel, what are you?
Okay, both of our roommates are
of course
Hufflepuffs.
The water signs are Hufflepuffs.
Okay, here's the thing. That makes so much sense because, like, I, like, don't even know, like, I haven't known Mel that long, but oh my god, she is my Hufflepuff. I've claimed her. I'm a Slytherin. She is my Hufflepuff.
Yes.
If you mess with her, we're gonna fight.
Yes, agreed.
Like, I'm like that with all my friends, though, but... Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to start on the questions, or would you like me to ask the first one?
I want you to ask the first one. Yeah, so we're going to ask a couple fun ones and then go into a serious one. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. I don't even know my answer for this, but what emoji do you connect with, like, on a different level? Like, what emoji, like, is you?
Ooh.
Not, like, your most used one, like, but which one are you?
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Can I look at some emojis?
Yeah, I need to.
Okay. I'm gonna look at some emojis.
Because obviously we're constantly using the yellow and orange heart because those are like ours.
So, yes, I agree. My first thought was it's a newer emoji, but it's where the face is kind of just making this like blank face and then there's a tear. That one.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like you're like crying over something small, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like you're smiling through your tears.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
That energy. But let me kind of look through a little bit.
So what I will say, my immediate answer is like the purple devil that's like smiling. I just relate to that one.
You.
So it's so
You also give me red lip emoji vibes.
Yeah, like no, I definitely like but I feel like my most used ones are like the pouty ones, but like in a funny way. But also I use like the looking eye emojis, like just the two eyes like looking off, because I like whenever someone asks me like, oh, you want to do this, I'm like, maybe.
Maybe.
You know, just side eye.
Oh my god. I also I really like the painting nails one because I like doing it as like a little
Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the people with the cane one, and I'm like, you be blind sometimes. I'm so sorry. Not to call you out, but calling you out.
For real though. Or maybe I also really strongly connect to the emoji where it's like like the girl's hitting her face.
Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god, I relate to the hand over the mouth one, like, so much, because when we started living with Mel, like, I started doing it, like, ironically to her, and now, like, she hits her face so hard. That's the first thing I realized about her. When she came over for Halloween, she was like,
this girl slaps the shit out of her face, and we're just like, are you okay?
And she's like, oh no, I'm fine.
And we're like, okay.
Now we're just used to it. We're not even surprised anymore.
Now I'm like, did I hit mine hard enough? Like, let me do it again.
If I do it louder, is there a bigger emphasis?
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, I'm excited for mine. I think this one's fun. I'll answer it too, because I have an answer.
I kind of just read it.
Okay.
So you say it, but I already have an answer.
So, which celebrity would you trade lives with?
Scarlett Johansson? Easy.
Hottie.
Oh my god.
What a queen.
What a goddess.
Widow is my favorite Marvel character, you guys.
Oh my god.
She deserved better.
Not as
Fuck them.
bawling during Endgame. Like, I had already seen it before I went back and watched all of them. And so I remembered that she had died. So, like, when I watched Endgame after rewatching everything, oh my god, the tears were already coming before she even died. Oh wait, spoiler! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Sorry if you haven't seen it by now, you're probably not
speaking of spoiler though. You know what I realized is that if people watch the movies in order, when they get to her movie with the end credit, they're gonna know that she dies.
Yeah, because they put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we see her sister.
Oh my god, I love her. I need to watch Little Women with her in it. I've not seen it. I've never seen a Timothée Chalamet movie. Ever.
Okay, you guys, she just ignited something in me because, fun fact, Timothée Chalamet is everything to me.
Yeah, he really
Cross
is.
hates it. I love it. I love Timothée Chalamet.
I'm obsessed with the fact he's playing young Willy Wonka. So good.
I went to the theater to see a movie the other day, not gonna lie. I saw a poster of Timothy for Dune, and I took a picture of it.
Zendaya is my goddess. She could do whatever she wants.
Who is, like, your number one female celebrity crush? I have an answer.
Oh my god. So I love Zendaya. I do. And oh my god, I'm gonna get so much hate for my answer. But Sabrina Carpenter is such a gorgeous
How could anyone
human
hate
being.
you for that?
Because all these Olivia Rodrigo fans, which I love Olivia Rodrigo, her music's amazing, they just hate Sabrina for no reason. All she did was date Josh, who, by the way, was like already 20 or so. Like, and Olivia was not 18, so I don't know why everyone was so mad they weren't dating personally. And just like let them both have their feelings about the situation. I just don't know why the media has to pit women against each other. It was like Sabrina didn't do anything. Like,
literally,
she probably didn't even know.
She's such a queen.
Yeah, and
I
like,
love her.
Her and Olivia would be such good friends, and I stand by that.
Yeah,
but like now it's like too much of a thing that they're against each other.
Plus,
you know?
Sabrina's a Taurus.
I love me a Taurus. Like, I really do.
And Olivia's a Pisces.
That
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, so, going back to my question, though.
Yeah, who'd you pick?
Blake Lively.
Period.
Because
you're right.
You gotta think, guys. Okay, you have this beautiful, gorgeous woman. Okay, who is a good person. She just, like, I know she does a lot of advocating for, what exactly is it? It's like,
I'm not gonna lie. Think about what it is, what you think. But you're talking about all this, and I'm like, oh my god, Penn Badgley. She made out with Anna Kendrick in a movie. All the men and women, like, on screen and off screen. And then Ryan Reynolds, oh my god. Even the straight men be liking Ryan Reynolds. Like, so... Oh, what a goddess.
She does a lot of work towards anti-child pornography stuff related to that.
That reminds me of Ashton Kutcher, like with his
Thorn.
Yeah. Love him. Him and Mila Kunis, fave celebrity couple for me.
They're an Aquarius and a Leo.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. But Blake Lively. So amazing person. Also, she is with Ryan Reynolds, and they have three children together. Like, they're just good people, and I just,
oh my god, and they just like
them.
meme each other. They just oh my god, it's the best.
Their energy, like, yeah.
Okay, wait, they might be the best celebrity couple, but Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are like close second.
Ooh, celebrity couples. Oh my god. I know I have a favorite, but I can't think of it.
And obviously, I'm obsessed with Tom Holland and Zendaya. Like, iconic.
My MJ.
Have you seen on social media how everyone's like, Tom Holland should be like quaking because of all the Dune stuff with Zendaya and Timothée Chalamet? I don't think he has anything to worry about, but I think it's so funny.
Oh my god. Okay, real quick, before we move on, just saying, if the rumors are true about Selena Gomez and Chris Evans,
I'm gonna be so happy. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm obsessed.
Oh my god. Can you imagine being able to be like, I went from Justin Bieber to Chris Evans, America's ass.
Also, did you hear that Marvel might be hiring Chris Pines? I was like, why are you bringing all these Chris's in? I love Chris Pine though.
Well, and they have Tom Holland, Tom Hardy, and Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston, you guys. Loki, oh my god.
I love that man. Except he's another, well, actually, I am attracted to him, but mostly I'm just like, he just seems like a great person.
Here's the thing, what we always say is you would get Sebastian Stan and I would get Tom Hiddleston, though.
Sebastian Stan. Okay, you guys. So I have a pillow named after Timothy, and I have a stuffed sushi named after Sebastian.
Wait, don't you have a pillow named Damon from the Vampire Diaries too, or is that?
I do.
Okay.
Even though Stefan is my favorite. I'm more of a Stefan girl.
I didn't watch all the show, so I don't really pick. But like from what I've seen from most of the show, I'd probably be more of a Damon girl. But
that's just fair. Me. In the beginning, I like Damon a little bit more, but overall, I have such a soft spot for Stefan.
Yeah, you really do. You feel so strongly about it, which is fine.
I do.
It's fine. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. So currently, what song or songs, you can pick like one or two if you want, what is on repeat? You need to look.
Well, this is kind of embarrassing.
Oh my god, please share that.
I guess it's not that embarrassing, but recently, so I grew up loving the Backstreet Boys because my mom does. And they have this one album called Never Gone, which is more alternative than most of their stuff. And I love that album. And I listened to it again last week for the first time in a while. And there's a song on it called Weird World. Mm-hmm. And I've been listening to that so much.
I love that for you.
Weird World by the Backstreet Boys, which I'm like, it's a weird world. I'm listening to them so much lately.
Yeah.
But then also Happier Than Ever. So
the serotonin it gives you.
The serotonin.
Which is weird because you never were much of a Billie fan.
No. And it's also weird because I just, haven't really listened to much of her stuff, and I'm not in a bad place right now, but that song, yes.
Which is funny, because I was such a Billie stan, and I don't listen to the song, from this album. I was obsessed. It was, her first album was, and her EP were, the only things I listened to for so long.
Yeah, I haven't listened to much of her stuff. It's just not really...
It's not really your vibe, to be fair.
Yeah.
But that one's really good. It's very much so your vibe.
Yeah.
What I have on repeat, it's so random. It is so random. But I've been obsessed with Miley Cyrus's song, Mother's Daughter.
I haven't heard that.
Oh my god, it's so good. I'll show you after. But it's just, I've been into Miley's vibe, and, the other day I just looped her stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Everything is just so good. I love who she's become. It's so much more her.
Yeah,
and I stand by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, you know this song because it's been on repeat for months for me. But what is it? Alec Benjamin's song "Must Have Been the Wind." Mm-hmm. It's my sad girl song. I love sad music.
Yeah, we both do.
Only when I'm happy though. Only when I'm happy. I cannot do sad music when I even cry to happy music when I'm sad. Or when I'm happy.
I do sad music all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
But how you feel about reading poetry is how I feel about music. Or, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can't,
I can't read poetry unless I'm sad.
Yeah.
I just can't.
And I'm
I actually... I went to a bookstore last week, and I saw a poetry book, and I was like, yay, and then I was like, I can't feel anything, because I'm not sad about, most of them are about relationships, the ones that I find, and I'm in a good place.
Heartbreak's inspiring, apparently. Yeah, I'm in a good place, too, so I have, multiple ones I've been gifted or bought that I haven't read, because I'm just I can't feel it, I can't connect, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Biggest ick. What is your thing where you're like, nope, it's a no?
When I am not allowed to pay. Like, I'm not saying I always need to pay, but I did cancer in high school. Oh my god, first of all, this man is horrible. I stand by that. I don't care who knows him. Like, my best friend is still friends with him because they were friends before me and her were friends, and that's fine, whatever. This man is so much egg, like, no. And, like, also he's, like, a very big, I don't know that he was a Trump supporter, but, like, just, like, he wouldn't talk politics with me, and that was, like, a big turnoff. Not that, like, I care too much in depth, because I would say my boyfriend's pretty moderate. Jalen's pretty moderate, and I'm pretty left-leaning towards moderate, but I wouldn't say I'm extremist or anything. So, like, I would say, like, not letting the girl pay ever, like, that's just annoying to me. It was, like, whatever. I don't like being expected to pay all the time either, but regardless.
You gotta have a healthy balance.
And then also, like, when people won't talk to you about certain things because they know it'll trigger emotions or, like, it could potentially start an argument, I'm just like, you should be able to talk to your partner about anything, I think.
Agreed. Yeah.
What would you say your biggest ick is, though? I feel like, I hope you say something stupid, because I feel like you have some stupid icks, and it's the best ick ever.
Mine's so surface level. My first thought when I think icks is a man wearing flip-flops.
Oh my god. Unless they're on the beach. Unless they're on the beach.
No. I was I was watching an episode of One Tree Hill with the beautiful Chad Michael Murray.
Oh my god.
I saw he was wearing flip-flops, and I wanted to throw up. I feel
like he has nasty feet. Like, as attractive as he is, I feel like he has nasty feet.
Ew. I hate thinking about feet. Ew, it's so gross to me. And then thinking about, like, I have just weird ones where I'm, like, thinking about, like, a guy being excited to go on a water slide.
I hate how, like, specific but accurate that is. Oh my god, wait. Now I want to come up with a stupid one. Like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Now I'm trying to think. Okay, first of all, frat boys, but that's, like, obvious.
That's obvious.
That's so obvious. Like, oh my god, if they have Saturdays are for the boys flag. Like, no. Immediately no.
No. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Or, like, oh my god, I feel like most of the internet will agree with me on this. If they have a super weirdly close girl best friend, like, I don't care if they have a girl best friend, especially if it's, like, a childhood one, that's, like, one thing, but I've been the girl best friend, so no.
Yep,
no.
I am the girl best friend.
I was the girl best friend, unless I'm also friends with her, and it's, like, a group thing. It's kind of weird to me. Like, everyone's different. Everyone's gonna have different feelings about it. As long as they make you feel safe and, like, secure in a relationship, I think it can be okay, but it depends, I guess.
Sometimes it's like, ugh.
It can be a major red flag, I think. Yes. Especially, like, when they are always like, oh, she's just a friend.
No, she's not.
She's not.
She's not.
Like, sometimes, yes, but most of the time, no. Especially, like, if his mom loves her, it's not just a friend. It's not.
So you have a really, really close guy friend, but we're close in the sense where it's like, we hang out maybe, like, once a month, tell each other, like, a lot of stuff, but, like, you know him. Shout out to Graham.
Virgo. He's a Virgo.
But, like, we don't, it's not, like, a weird close relationship, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, but definitely a red flag.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, now do you have another fun
I think I have one more
or...
fun one before we get in the keep on. What was it? Let me check. What is your favorite TikTok trend right now? I have a few, but go.
Okay, I have a cute one where it's like, now can we get to the good part?
Yeah, it's the AJR song, and it's everyone engaged and the married. Yes. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yes.
So there's a few versions with
so
that
cute.
sound.
Now can we skip to the good part? I think
yeah.
That's how it goes. That one, and then I don't feel like I have many trends going.
Oh my god, I literally prepared for this, and now I don't remember what I was thinking. And I'm
shit.
I finally figured out what the Bones one was, because I had not seen the original, so I'm seeing all these, like, oh, it's a no bones day, and I was like, what does it mean? And then I finally, like, figured out what it was.
What does it mean?
So there's a pug that some days it can like stand and some days it can't.
Oh.
So if it's a no bones day, it's like when the pug didn't stand up, and then I guess it's supposed to be like a bad day, and then if it stands, it's supposed to be a good day. I could be wrong on like the logistics, but like that's how I think.
Oh,
It's kind of sad, but I'm
I
like,
know. I'm like,
everyone is here supporting this dog, though. You know, I think it's so cute. Oh my god, what else is going on?
Well, this isn't. Not much of a trend. Definitely not a trend. But I like seeing all the Bachelor stuff.
Oh my god, I am so obsessed with, what is it, Chelsea and Deandra's?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Anna has
Anna.
been making me laugh so much. Her coffee one's like, where's my treat? I've been a good...
Oh my god, I love that one. I love that. Oh my god,
Where's
that's
my
a good
treat?
audio. Where's my
treat? I've been a good little girl, or whatever.
I've been a very brave little
Oh,
girl.
that's what it is.
It's like creepy, but I'm like, ha.
Oh my god. And then Aaron, my king. Like, just getting on TikTok. Oh my god.
Being shady.
Oh my god. Like, the true Aquarius moon he is.
Yeah.
I'm here for
King
it.
shit.
Oh my god. Tammy is trying so hard to be relevant, though. And she's just not.
Yeah. Mm.
We have mixed feelings about her.
I don't like her.
No, we promised ourselves we would not turn this into a Bachelor conversation because we could go on.
Yes, we will. Oh my god. There's going to be so many references to old contestants, but I'm kind of excited for, like, who's going to be our new, like, Aaron? Who's going to be the one we hate? Who's going to be the fucking Connor?
Oh my god, no, there was a guy. Did you finish?
No.
Okay, so we watch another Bachelor podcast. It's called Chatty Broads. If you don't already listen, oh my god, we're obsessed. We're inspired by them.
I love them.
Like, no, I just love them. They're a Libra and a Aquarius duo, and then they're both dating the opposite. Like, it's two Libra Aquarius couples, and their husbands will, like, do their own, like, what is it, every Friday or every other Friday? I don't remember.
I think they're doing every Friday now.
Yeah, it used to be every Friday, but now it's switched. And they're also, like, so hilarious. They're so fun. They talk about all kinds of stuff on there. Love them.
Yeah.
But they're doing, like, face readings and, like, bios and everything. Oh, my God. And, like, there's a guy that has such big Connor energy, and you're going to hate him.
I am not prepared.
Yeah.
I am not prepared at all.
Oh my god. There's also a guy that I got really big Scorpio moon energy from, and I can't deal with it.
So I'm probably gonna, like, oddly like him.
No, there's...
Because I always get to, like... it's like Scorpio moons are attracted to me.
Yeah.
Not in, like, a sexual way, but just, like, they want to come near me. And I'm like...
No, I get that. For sure. Oddly enough, so Clayton, the guy that's officially been officially and not officially, like, been announced the next Bachelor, I think I'm gonna, like, love-hate him. Like, I'm gonna hate that I love him. I think he's gonna be Sagittarius. Like, I don't know what his birthday is. I haven't looked it up, but I feel like he's a Sagittarius, and you know how we are.
Yeah.
Hashtag daddy issues making us love Sagittarius men. This is stupid.
And also being scarred by a Sagittarius in high school. We'll get into that in a future episode.
Our heartbreaks from these Sagittarius men are unreal.
My first heartbreak. Oh
my god.
Damn.
My first, like, Sagittarius, like, big heartbreak, like, made me not say I love you for so many years. Like, I couldn't trust myself.
I can't wait to talk about stuff like that.
Oh my god, we have to have a whole episode. Like,
we
might have to have two, to be honest, because I have a lot to unpack.
I have, like, 2 traumatic experiences, and then my first boyfriend was just like
yeah. Well, I think we both have, like, 2 traumatic.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Really. Okay, do you want to move into your, like, deeper question?
Yes. Okay. So my deeper question is, if you could go back in time and warn your younger self of something, what would it be?
Ooh, that's really hard because I'm a very big believer in no regrets, and I don't like to regret, and I don't think I would go back and change anything. But, like, if I could just let them know that, like, it was coming, or, like, to be aware of it.
I know, it's a lot.
It is a lot. I feel like I would go, like, after, like, my last, like, traumatic breakup and be like, hey, can you just take a second and really think about who this person is for a quick second? And, like, who they actually are, because they're not who you think they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's what What
Yeah.
about you?
Ooh, okay. I I feel like I would just warm myself. Ooh, this is kind of a lot. When I first started having like eating disorder struggles and falling into different habits, bad habits, I would warn myself, don't keep doing this because it's just going to get worse. So I would just warn myself about that.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've struggled in like different but similar ways, so I completely like understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, we should definitely do an episode on like body image. And
yeah,
just,
we
like,
should do it soon
self-love.
because I think we're actually in like kind of a decent place as far as that goes. Like,
Yeah.
I've been a little rocky recently, but like for the most part, I feel like I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
And last semester was not it. Probably the worst I've ever been in my entire life, if I'm being completely honest. But
yeah,
it was rough.
Mine's just I don't know.
Ongoing battle.
Yeah, it's just a up and down cycle. But like I said, I tried a new restaurant today. I branched out. So it's the small victories.
It really is. And taking it one day at a time is such a big part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's
Yeah. I don't know if this is like the same thing. It's okay. I'll just say what it is. What was the hardest but necessary lesson that you've ever had to learn?
Oh my god.
I have not even thought about my answer to this yet, so I'm figuring it out with you.
Okay. Something that I had to learn.
Yeah.
Hard,
like,
but
it was really hard on you, but you had to learn.
Okay. I don't know how to word this in a way that doesn't sound bad, but like it took me losing my grandma to really realize like you have to really appreciate the time and conversation that you have with the people close to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, so like my grandma didn't have to pass away. That's not what I'm trying to get at, but like it took losing her to really realize how much I really need to work on like fully loving the people around me.
Yeah.
And because one of my biggest things is I can't remember like my last conversation with her before she got sick, because it was like a pretty quick thing. She got sick and then 2 weeks later she passed away. So like it's like I don't remember my last conversation with her when she was okay, and I don't remember the last one before I didn't see her. So it's like just really loving the people around me.
Yeah, and not taking time for granted, I think is such a big thing.
Yeah, and I know like now a lot of times like if I get irritated with my mom or something, and then I'll like go to my room, like if I'm at home visiting, go to my room and I'll just kind of be irritable, and then I'll be like, Lacey, that's your mother and you're not gonna be here forever. And like as I get older, the less I see her, and I'm like, you need to just appreciate her.
Yeah.
And so I feel like especially this year, like I've been going home more recently and just trying to really like soak in the time with her and appreciate it. So, yeah.
What I will say, I think we are very like fortunate. Okay, fortunate and unfortunate at the same time, because I feel like we both have like pretty young moms. My mom's like what, 41? Sorry, mom.
And my mom's 43.
Yeah, so we have like relatively young moms considering we're 20, and like they definitely face like a lot on their own for being such young parents.
Yeah.
But also like I'm just hoping that it'll also mean I have more time with my mom.
Yeah.
Like there's some things you can't account for, some things that just happen, but like I don't want to live in a world without my mom.
I know.
So it's just like a lot.
She's like the one person that I do know will always be there, and like a lot of times she doesn't understand certain things, but that doesn't mean she doesn't try. And I think I had to learn that too.
Yeah, and so you know how Erin was like, I'm on some gang shit.
Yeah.
Like, my mom is the embodiment of that saying, like, that from Erin. So, and it's just, like, she's in my gang. She's got my back, like, no matter what. No matter what someone did to me, she got my back.
Yeah, and she taught me a lot, so I have that to be thankful for.
Yeah, I've learned so much from my mom, and yeah, it's just, like, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like, mine, not as deep, but, like, I feel like I had to grow up from a very young age, and I feel like it was a very hard but necessary lesson. Like, I'm very independent. I owe that to, like, a lot. I was always raised, like I said, my brother was the only guy in my family for, like, so long. So I had to kind of be like, don't depend on, like, anybody. Don't depend on a man. And just seeing that, like, it was very empowering. And it was hard because, like, I would see all my friends in these, like relationships. And it didn't help that I already wasn't very emotionally available for most of my life. I would just, like, want a relationship to be in them sometimes. Like, not that I felt like I needed them, but, like, if they came to me and they were convenient, it was, like, kind of nice, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, it was hard but necessary, and, like, I think it took me a long time to really figure out what it meant and, like, what it entails. Because now I'm, like, I'm not depending on anyone. Like, if I'm happy and, like, I have that person to share my time with, it's that, like, he makes me happy, I make him happy, we, like, share our happiness.
Yeah, and you don't constantly rely on them.
Yeah, and neither of us are, like, nobody's paying each other's bills. We split the tabs. Sometimes I'll pay, sometimes he'll pay. It just kind of, like, depends.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so it's, like, very nice.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me, too, is I feel like my mom taught me really how to be independent. And, like, now I'm just wired to where I'm like, I need to do things on my own. I can't constantly.
Yeah, sometimes to a fault, like, we won't ask for help.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I can't remember when I have.
Because I'll just figure it out. Like, why do I need to ask for help? I stand by that.
Yeah. Plus, I'm, like, an anxious person, so I feel like I'm always preparing for, well, if this goes wrong, I need to have a plan.
Yeah, I always have, like, backup plans on backup plans on backup plans and so on.
Literally.
Yeah. Like, I'm not an optimist. I wouldn't say I'm a pessimist, because I will also think of, like, oh, well, the good things will happen if it goes the way I want it to.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But I try to be very realistic when I'm thinking about, like, these scenarios.
I'm a realist, but when it comes to other people, I'm the optimist. I'm like, I'm like, it's gonna be great, babe. You're gonna do fine. Like, you're gonna be the best.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I feel that way too, just because I am not about to be, like, the negative energy in someone's life. I'm only sending out positive energies unless they really need to hear, like, what I have to say.
Yeah,
like,
you're like, get your shit together.
I will be the one to check you, and you know that from me. I will be the one to check you, and I try not to do it in, like, an unreasonable way. But, like, girl, if you're being ridiculous, like, I'm not playing.
Yeah, fair point.
Kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
I've never had to check you though.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Well, I mean, back when I was in my bad situationship that I mentioned, I remember at one point you were like, I don't mean to be beating a dead horse, but, like, he's not showing up for you. And I was like,
girl, I was more angry about that than you for a while. Like, you were still going through the sad, and I was like, I'm about to, like, get someone to... I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna key this man's car. I'm a fight. Like, oh my god, no. Because the thing about that person was that I was, like, I feel like I have very good intuition. We talk about this a lot. Like, I have a very good instinct to people. And I didn't get a good instinct, like, feeling from him. But then as you guys were, like, seeing each other, and, like, I saw how he made you feel, and it, like, swayed me to, like him more. So then when all the stuff that happened all of a sudden, it made me so mad.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I felt like I could have, like, protected you.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's one of your, I feel like, personality traits is, like, your intuition. like,
Yeah.
is strong.
She's strong.
And you know what? My intuition tells me this podcast is going to be such a good outlet for us.
Oh my god, I think we, like, need this. And it gives us some time to, like, chill and hang out.
And talk about different things. We have so many topics.
Yeah,
that
we're like, really excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, but if you guys have anything, like, go to our Instagram, comment somewhere.
Yeah, comment, DM us.
Yeah.
We'll be checking those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we will see you guys, or you guys will hear us, like, on Wednesday if you're going to tune in for our Bachelor content.
Yeah, our first Bachelorette recap.
We love Michelle, by the way. Like, so we're very excited.
Love her. I'm kind of nervous about the men, but also I haven't seen the full list yet, so I'll have to look.
Most of the men give me very night one energy, so I'm going to be, like, interested to see the limo entrances, who Michelle has chemistry with. The chemistry is going to be a big factor.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna, for the first episode, we want to pick who we think the final three will be.
Yeah, we're going to do a little fun, like, this is our prediction, just the first episode.
Yeah.
And then we'll see, like, it will be fun to see who's going to be right.
I will say I'm going to do, like, first episode / cast bios and everything, just because cast bios can kind of say something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And whoever has the closest to the final three, the other person has to buy Starbucks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We'll do that.
We'll do that.
Something fun.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
We get Starbucks on a regular basis, so it's okay.
We'll be good. But just a heads up, episodes, Mondays we'll always have something that's, like, topic related. Like we said, we have some interesting topics.
And we're open
to
for
discuss.
suggestions.
Yes. And then Wednesdays are Bachelorette recaps. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh my god, so excited.
Yeah. We got good things coming. Something a little unsweet for your mornings.
Yeah. So, unbiased opinions, no sugar.
Yeah, no sugar needed. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
You guys have a great week.
Yeah, get some caffeine in your system.
We will be.
Yeah.
Too much, probably, but that's okay.
But yeah. Okay, guys.
See you Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see you Wednesday.